And just starting with some nice deep breaths, breathing into the belly. And just feeling the sits bones as we start to ground ourselves. Deepening this connection with ourselves. As we begin to settle in, just relaxing the jaw, bringing the tip of the tongue behind the front two teeth, just resting the tongue there. And as we take the time to connect with ourselves, just knowing on a deeper level that it's connecting with our higher power, with God, reminding us that we're supported beyond and above ways that we can comprehend. Staying connected with the breath, feeling the sits bones sink deeper and deeper into your floor, into the mat. As the body surrenders, you can feel that trust, connection to gravity. We will be supported. Let's take about 6 to 8 more deep breaths into that, into those sits bones, into that surrender and trust. One more deep breath. And on that exhale, release the arms. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, gently bring the thumbs to the heart center. And here, just setting the intention for your practice. What is it you need to experience it now, right now? It could be feeling overwhelming support and connection with loved ones. It could be feeling release of tension in a certain part of the body. It could be to be energized, feel light. So whatever it is, let your soul guide you of that intention as you take a couple deep breaths in. And on that next exhale, releasing the arms, inhale them back to the sky. And then exhale those fingers down to the floor and just slide that right hand out to the right side. So dropping the shoulder, gaze towards the hand. So we're opening up in the neck, float the left arm forward just in front of you. So lengthen in the upper back. Exhale, float that left hand down. Bend those elbows gently. It might not be a deep bend. Exhale, lift that left arm, float the arm back, and then float that right hand towards you. Inhale, both the arms to the side. Exhale, the fingertips down. Left hand over to the left side, ground it, gaze to that hand. Exhale, lift, float the right arm just right in front of you. So we're lengthening, palm is to the, like facing the floor. We're spreading the fingers wide. We're reaching, feeling that stretch in the back. 2 more breaths. Exhale, float that hand down. Inhale, exhale, you can gently bend. You'll feel that stretch all that right side shoulder blade. Last exhale, slide it up. Right arm floats back. Torso back to center. Feel it sits bones. Inhale, both the arms to the sky. Exhale out to the T. Rotate the palms up. Squeeze the elbows into the waistline. Lifting so the bottom of the chin is parallel to the floor. Exhale, just let that right ear come towards that right shoulder. So we're hugging the elbows in. There's a little bit of an engagement, but I'm not engaging in the elbow or the wrist. So exhale here gently, and then gently drop the chin, just gazing at the right knee. And then exhale, roll the chin to the chest, still hugging those elbows gently into the waistline, lifting the face. Exhale, straighten those arms, inhale up. You can feel a little muscle engagement in the bicep, palms to the sky, squeeze the elbows in. Again, so elbow and wrists are relaxed. It's the bicep that is engaging, it's pulling down and releasing us into that upper back, traps and neck. Left ear just comes to the left shoulder. So a lot of times when we do this, like we like to lean the same direction as the head goes. So the sits bones are what is your touch point to notice if you're shifting, those sits bones are equally grounded. And then exhale, as you exhale, gently drop the chin and just gaze to that left knee. And then exhale, roll the chin into the chest. And then releasing those hands, releasing the shoulders. Just let the chin drop and we're just rocking side to side, feeling some nice opening in the sides of the neck. Good. And then exhale back to the center. So one thing I want to say about that spot, so let's everyone bend the elbows and bring those fingers right to in the spine. So follow up the back of the neck. And there's a little soft spot. It's like a little divot in between the skull and the neck. So just pressing in there. This is also our occipital muscles are here. So like the eye. So I want you to just hold there and I want you to turn the eyes side to side. You can feel those muscles engage. Yeah. So now bring the eyes like you're looking at your right elbow. And then I want you to bring a little pressure here. You can make those little rotations if you want, but keep the eyes to the right because it's going to be a different experience here. And then exhale the eyes to center and then back and forth again. Keep the pressure there and then back to the center. I know sometimes I get a little dizzy doing it. And then oof, if you do too, just close the eyes and take a breath. And then bring the eyes to the left and then continue to press. Make sure the chin isn't dropping. So again, bottom of the chin parallel to the floor, so the cervical spine is in alignment. Feels a little different here. And exhale back and forth. And then exhale and release. So turn the head side to side. You should feel a nice release in that part of your neck now, Mary, and everyone else, like I do. So thanks for that suggestion. And then exhale. And just before we get into our the rest of our practice, let's just release there and pretend you've got a pencil at the tip of the nose, starting those circles, whichever direction feels good for you. We start small and we let each rotation get a little larger. So this feels really good to do after you've released in those occipital muscles in that skull neck area. And maybe on Monday, if you guys can all come on Monday for restorative yoga, I'll do like a full series for the occipital and the head and the skull. And gently exhale, chin to the chest and lift the face. Good. Pencil at the tip of the nose and other direction with those small circles. Letting each rotation get slightly larger. You can feel the release happening in the neck, especially where we had that pressure in the where the skull and the spine of the neck meet. And then exhale, roll the chin to the chest, take a couple deep breaths. And then exhale, lift the face, gently turn the head side to side. Nice. And exhale back to the center. So untangling our legs, just straightening them in front of us, flex point those feet. And then exhale, and then let's just rock onto the hips. So we're rocking side to side, stacking those legs. And then on the exhale, gently just come to the right and then hold, feeling a nice little stretch here. And then exhale back to the other side. Rotate both the hands to the mat. So this is a gentle twist, keeping those legs stacked. You also feel this in the hip. So this opens in the hip and then exhale back to the side to side again. Just getting ourselves ready. And then exhale, let's rock onto the right side, bend those knees. So we're just coming into a side saddle. As you exhale, plant that right hand, left arm over that left ear, and then float the hand back. And then again, over the ear. Now, if you have any shoulder issues, you can bring the arm forward and back. So forward and back. Or if you have shoulder issues, you don't even need to do it. You can just slide that right hand out. And then last exhale. Lift those hips. Let that left arm come over. Feel the opening of the left hip. Exhale as you float those arms down, let the hips float down, and then lift again. Float the hips up. Exhale and lower. Let's do 3 more. And exhale, last breath. Hold here, hold, hold, hold. And nice exhale and release that hip. Breathe and gently just straighten that left leg, bend that right knee, and then slide that right elbow down and left arm over that left ear. Get nice lengthening on the side and that hip. Exhale, rotate towards the mat. Left elbow comes down and hold here. It's just a nice little way to get into a hip stretch here. This will feel really good if you just did bar. Press the palms in and lift. So this is just a modified up dog. Nice exhale and then lower the elbows and then lift. Good, and lower. Feel that opening happening in the hip. It feels really good if you've got someone there to pull your left leg. Oh, it feels amazing. And then lift, exhale. Keep the right hand grounded. Lift the left arm again over that ear. Exhale and float down, bending the left knee. Roll it up. Fingertips behind you and untangle the legs. Let's bring both those legs forward. Good, and gentle flex point of those feet. Feels good. I can start to feel my hip opening and the connection with my ankle and the back of the leg. And then again, we're rocking side to side. So hopefully everybody is on, like if you're in your kitchen, I want you to put down some extra towels so you have a little bit extra padding, not just your mat. So if you're on, I think a lot of you guys were on carpet, which is great. And then your mat, because you don't want to be breathing up all the carpet fibers when we're on the face. So gently bring over to the left and bend the knees. Good. And then inhale, exhale, and just do a nice little twist here. Feel that little twist. And then exhale, release. Left palm is grounded, right arm over that right ear. And then exhale and release. Slide that left hand out, right arm over that right ear, getting that arm open and release. And again, if you can't come over, you're tight in the shoulder, come forward and release, or come to the side. We'll do one more. You could be right here and release. Next, exhale, slide the hand down. Exhale, lift the hips, arms over that ear, lengthen, and then float down. And then again, exhale and lift. Good. 2 more. So important that we're moving energy right now. So good for our immune systems. Exhale, and last one. Straighten that right leg, keeping just that right toe pointed towards you. Inhale, exhale, get that nice side pose stretch. Exhale, lengthen, and then rotate the palm towards the floor, towards your mat, and lower the elbows. Feel that stretch here, especially, I can feel it in my bottom hip. Getting it into that waist. Good. 3 more breaths. And then the last exhale, gently lifting those elbows and coming in just to a modified up dog. And then lower the elbows. Good. There's a lengthening happening. Sometimes I like to walk my elbows forward. So when I lift, it feels a little deeper and lower. 3 more. And last exhale, lift. You can lift the chin, drop the shoulders, and now slide the hands forward a little bit more, going in deeper into the arch of the back. And then exhale, slowly begin to bend that right knee, rotating the torso forward and lifting that hand. So exhale here, we're gently going to begin to lift and come onto hands and knees. So slowly walk yourself into a nice tabletop. So shins are gently into the mat, top of the feet are into the mat, and the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder, we're all in a straight line here. So one thing, and I'm gonna just come forward for a teach. So I like to do this as beginner power yoga. So just giving you guys one tip in each class is important. So we really want the inside of the elbows forward. It brings the pressure out of the wrist into the back. So bend the elbows out, keeping the palms nice and grounded. Roll those elbows in, squeeze, and then straighten. And you'll see how far you can get the front of the elbow forward. So do that a couple times. It's super good for anyone has like a little bit of arthritis in the wrists or the elbows or the shoulders. Like this is super duper duper good. Okay, so we're here. So a lot of times so I'm tied to my forearm, I can see, because usually I can get my forearm completely forward. So I can feel where it's tight. I'm tight right here. Just notice where you feel tight, if you do at all. Good. If you don't, fabulous. Exhale, press the palms in, arch the back up, come into that nice cat pose. Feel that chin come to the chest. Feel that nice stretch into that neck that we opened already. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the face, come into the cow. And let's just hold the cow. Everyone give it a moo. I don't know why saying moo brings me into this pose deeper than any breath, but it does. So just no one's there, just say moo. Oh, feels so good. And then inhale, exhale up into the cat. Inhale and into the cow. Move. As you exhale, take an inhale to neutral, exhale into the cat. And one more inhale into your cow, and then move. Good. And then with that move, with that sway back, I'm going to come to the side so you can see me sway those hips gently side to side. Yeah. And last exhale, gently coming back to the neutral spine. Arch the back, and as you arch the back, bring those hips into the heels. Good. Exhale, look forward and slide the chest forward into a cow. And then exhale into the cat. In the cat, I want you to bring in movement, bring it back into those heels. Inhale into your cow, coming forward to the tabletop. Lift the chin. And just do that a couple more times at your own pace. Good. It's really, it's like we're all riding a wave right now, a pretty intense one. And so this is a way for the body to feel it can be in flow instead of stagnation right now, because we are on a wave. We are in movement right now with all that's going on, even if it doesn't feel like it. So don't let that energy get stagnant. And last one. Good. And then exhale, neutral spine, sway knees side to side. And then on that exhale, let's gently engage our toes. So pressing those toes in, shift those hips back, start to walk the hands towards you. We're going to open up the toes. If you just did bar, your toes are going to be open, but for everyone else, you might be like, oh my God, this feels like torture. It's called broken toe. I mean, it feels like that. So exhale, gently roll it up. See if you can sit into the heels. If not, then you're coming here, you bring some weight into the hands so it's not all coming into the toes. You want to get opening in those toe joints. Give me 3 more breaths. You can inhale up for each exhale. Inhale, exhaling down. And last one, exhale and release. Walk the hands forward. Good. And then exhale, just release. Let's give a little pat of the feet. Engage those toes. Inhale, and then lift the knees. Shift the hips back. Exhale, straighten those legs, coming into a modified down dog. So you can see my face is lifted above the shoulders. That's what I want, because I want you to get into the lower body. Look how straight my spine is. So a lot of times, this is where you need to be to get into the down dog. And then exhale, let that right heel ground and just kick the left leg back. Feel that lengthening here and the opening in that calf. Breathe. As you exhale, just lift that right heel. Good. Exhale, lower that heel, lower that left foot, and bend and straighten the alternate knee again. It should feel good. And exhale, gently feel that left. You can even see my left heel's a little lifted. That's okay. So exhale, but that foot is grounded, and I'm pressing that right foot back. And that heel will gently melt. I can feel that stretch coming into that hand, the back of the ankle. Last exhale, as well as the calf. Gently begin to lift that heel. See if you can come a little deeper, and then lower the heel. Notice the calf. I even can feel it up into the hip. And then lower that right foot. Inhale, exhale, and then gently start to bend and straighten alternate knee. And now we're going to come into full down dog. We're ready. So if you need to adjust, don't walk the hands back, walk the feet back. So the hand, wrists are, I just want you to keep your hands there. So press and come into the full down dog wherever you are. So the head comes in between those forearms, and then exhale here, bend and straighten alternate knee. Good, and lengthen for 3 more breaths. And then exhale. As you exhale, we're going to start to walk the feet forward. You can lift the face, walking those feet towards the hands. We're coming into a forward fold position. Head is still dropped.
And you can nod the head yes. So releasing any tension in the back of that neck. And then exhale, release the hands, and just inviting you to bring the alternate hand to alternate elbow. I'm going to rotate so you can see me if you need a visual. And then gently twist those forearms, the outside of that right shin, and back to the center. And then twist the outside of the left shin. And then to the center, and then twist. Into the center, and twist. And then to the center, releasing the hands, bend the knees. Slide the hands to the thighs, so we're grounding ourselves, and we're gonna roll the spine up vertebra by vertebra. I don't want you to bring the neck up until the spine is so our spine is straight, and then you're rolling the face up. Good. And you can turn that head side to side once you're forward. Roll the shoulders back. Feels a nice opening in that whole upper body, and that lengthening, strengthening. Good. And then inhale the arms to the sky. Nice exhale. Feel the openness of the body. Opening in the chest is really good for our immune system. So bring the hands behind you and then interlace the fingers. And then gently straighten those arms as much as you can. Bring the shoulder blades together, open in that chest. You can bend the knees gently to open up in the chest and the shoulder a little deeper for 2 more breaths. And then exhale, straighten those legs. Start to lift those arms. So we're just lifting them off. And gently exhale, hold. And then lower. Good. And releasing the arms, inhale them up, exhale down. And then just take a nice wide step here. It's not as far wide as the length of your leg, but it's close, and you can see on my alignment mat here. So inhale, exhale. So I want you to interlace your hands again, but interlace them the opposite way. So if you interlace them this way, interlace them this way, okay? It'll feel weird for you, feels awkward. So again, press down, open. You can gently bend the knees, open in the chest. Don't let the head just hang back. And then exhale, straighten those legs. Exhale, and we're gonna hinge forward this time. And as you hinge forward, oh, that arm tight here too. And then bring those arms over the head. So typically I would say I would use a strap here because my hands are coming apart. My palms are coming apart. So if that's really tough for you, you can grab a towel or you can use like a strap. But a towel works too, like a hand towel, not like a bath towel, or a washcloth is too small. So you can just have, a hand towel here and be coming forward. Good. And then last exhale, lower the arms, just drop that. If you've got something there, bend the knees, roll the spine up. Good. And then exhale, and then rotate that right toe forward. And that left toe is gently going to rotate towards you. You're a little bit on an angle here, so you can see that foot. And then sliding that right hand down that right leg, gaze to that foot. Good. Inhale, exhale, gently bend that knee, and then lift the left arm to the sky. So nice lengthening here. We don't have to be touching the floor. We could even be resting the elbow on the thigh. And then exhale, gently just straighten the leg. Good. And then bend the knee. So if you need that support, the hand is here to the thigh or the former elbow. And then one more, straighten into the triangle, and then bend again. As we bend again, bring the left arm over that left ear. Feel that lengthening on the side. Good. And then exhale, rotate that left arm up. Lift the torso and come into warrior two. So arms are at a T, parallel to the floor. You feel strong here.
And when you feel strong, your body feels strong. So we're going to hold this for about 4 deep breaths. Let yourself feel strong. Feel grounded into the earth. Feel the fingers engaged. And then the last exhale, float the arms down into the softness. So straightening that front leg and rotating the toe forward. Good. Rotate that left heel if it was cocked in a little bit. We're rotating the left toe out to the left. And we're rotating that right toe in towards us a little bit. This helps us get a rotation into the hip. And so this is really important. It depends. So a quick teach here. Depends on your skeletal system. If you're interior rotated or exterior rotated, it's where the femur comes into your pelvis, how much you need to do this rotation here. Okay. All right. So here, just a bend and a straighten of that left knee, just feeling that knee getting nice and engaged with that left foot grounding into the earth. And then last exhale, gently let that left hand slide down just towards the knee, how far it wants to come down. And then exhale, bend that knee and float that right arm up to the sky. If you have any neck issues, I want you to gaze to the floor and then exhale and straighten and bend. Again, if you need to keep the forearm there at the thigh for support, do what you need to do. That's absolutely fine. The hand could be there. Good. 3 more. Feel that energy into the hand. Exhale, bend. And you can rest that elbow there and right arm over that right ear. Lengthen here. Feel that lengthening for 2 more breaths. Good. Exhale. Feel super grounded that you can rotate that right arm up. Lifting the left arm, coming right into the warrior 3. Gazing over the left middle finger. Feel equal pressure in the bottom of the feet. Feel strong here. Feel the opening of the chest. 3 more breaths. And last exhale, soften, float the arms down. Rotate the face to center, lift, and rotate that left toe in. Good. So here, just kind of bring the toes pointed forward, bend and straighten those knees. And bend deep as you can so we get into the front of the ankle. Good. Always track the knees, notice how the knees are feeling, and then exhale, hold that right knee and then float the arms out. Good. Exhale, straighten, float the arms in, and then out to the T and hold. Heels are grounded, and then lift and bend. Really feel this improves balance right here, and lift. Strengthening the knees and those ankles, super important. And 2 more each side. You can just go at your own pace. Good. Get that lengthening in that wingspan of the arms. And last exhale, gently roll the shoulders back, open the chest to the sky, gaze toward your ceiling, shoulder blades coming together. Exhale, and then gently float the hands forward, bend the knees, slide the hands down. We're coming into the fold. Keep the knees bent, bring the hands to the floor, gaze in between those knees. If those elbows come down, great. If not, no worries. And 3 more breaths. Dropping the hips. Good. And last exhale, bring the face parallel to the floor, press the palms in, straighten both those legs. So if your hands aren't to the mat or the floor here, I want you to bring blocks or something underneath the hands. And then inhale, exhale, give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get those blocks. Exhale, lift those heels, arching that back a little bit, and then inhale, exhale, keep the heels lifted and bend the knees, flatten the back. I'm going to turn to the side so you can really see the flat back. So there's getting into the flat back. Exhale with the heels lifted, and then straighten those legs. Heels melt. Bend the elbows, fold. Gaze in between the legs, nod the head yes. One more breath. Exhale, lift the palms. And if you've got blocks underneath the hands, and I'm going to model for you guys, it's so much easier to get into the flat back. And if you don't have blocks, you can use books, like those encyclopedias that you got for your kids, or I don't know, do we still have those? Lift and bend, flat back, look forward, feel that engagement here, feel the strength. Last exhale, straighten and lower those heels, and then fold. Gaze in between. We'll do it one more time for everybody. And then lift, press the palms in, lift the heels, exhale, bend the knees. And if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. Like if it's here, we're wanting to get the hips parallel to the shoulders. Good. And then last exhale, lower those heels. Exhale gently. So the hands are in front of us. I'm gently beginning to heel toe in. Good. Bending the knees, and then you're gonna drop those hips. Okay, I'm gonna rotate towards you. And as you have your heels lifted, you can just rock forward and back here on the balls of the feet. We're just gonna see how that broken toe feels again. It probably won't feel broken. So you'll probably be like, oh, that was a quick mending. So toes are down. If this, I mean, again, if this is enough for you, then stay here. If you can come all the way up, come all the way up. Feel that engagement of the toe. Inhale the arms up, exhale down. And last breath. And then lift. Exhale, release the top of the feet, and then shift onto your hips. I'd come into that nice, easy seated pose wherever you are. Good. And switch the ankles. So I want you to sit opposite than you usually sit. A couple rotations here. And then exhale, other direction and rotate. Good. And then inhale both the arms up. Exhale out to that T, lengthen here, and then gently shift. Keep the sits bones grounded here. And then to the center, and then shift to the left. So I want you to just go side to side. If you're feeling tension in the neck because you're lifting the arms, you just keep the arms down. But I want you to get a little toning and strengthening of the arms in the back here. See if you can keep the arms parallel even as you shift. So a lot of times when we shift, like we'll drop an arm and lift an arm. And this is balance. Good, 2 more. You can also feel that waist. And last, exhale, back to the center, float those fingers down, bring the hands behind you and untangle those legs. Bring the bottom of the feet to the floor, and then just interlace the hands at the shin, come into a nice little arch of the back, bring the chin into the chest, and then lift that face, open the knees, hands come to the shins or ankles, and then fold. Lengthening here, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, roll the spine up, inhale the arms up again, exhale out to the T. And here, side to side with the knees open. I do drop my chin, and it's because I'm also looking at sometimes at a clock or at my students on the floor, which none of you are here, but it's a habit. So see if you can bring the bottom of the chin parallel to the floor and side to side. And then exhale and back to the center. Float those arms up, exhale, and then fold over those feet, over the shins. See if you can come even deeper. Nice opening in that lower back. So spreading, creating space for that SI joint, that where we tend to get some tenderness. I know I get that after I've been seated a lot. And I did a lot of sitting yesterday with like conference calls and
you know, talking to people. And so this feels really good to move this energy. And then last exhale, roll that spine up. Bring those knees back together, interlace at the shin, arch the back, and then inhale, lift. Just make sure you've got room for your spine. We're gonna roll onto our backs. So as you exhale, roll onto your spine, vertebra by vertebra, bringing the shoulders and the head down. And once the head and shoulders are down, gently just rock side to side. Good. Turn down the lights a little bit. They're not so bright. And then as you exhale, interlace the hands to the right shin and just release the left leg to the floor. Feel some nice release here. And then keep that left hand to the right shin, right palm just melts to the floor. Just twist the knee over. Just get a nice little stretch into the hip, into that back. 2 breaths. And then roll it back onto the spine. Hug the right knee in. And then just release the right foot, grounding it. Now bring the bottom of the left foot to the floor. Sway side to side a couple times. Good. And then exhale to the center. Hug the left knee into the chest and then gently straighten that right leg. Keeping the right hand to the left shin, left hand by the side, just rotate that knee over. If it doesn't come to the floor, the foot comes to the floor, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes I like to bring a block underneath my knee or my ankle or a blanket. 2 more breaths. And then last exhale, roll onto the spine, hug that knee, and then release that foot to the floor. Bend the right knee, and we're gonna just sway those knees side to side. And then exhale to the center, heel, toe, inside of the thighs and ankles together. Open the knees into Baddha Konasana, which is cobbler pose. I use very little Sanskrit in my teaching. None of you speak Sanskrit, so I don't speak Sanskrit either. I just know I know the words for yoga poses. So just taking some nice deep breaths here. And this pose is so good for the immune system. So good, so good. It's a vulnerable pose. And we can make it even more vulnerable and more powerful. So let's lift the arms to the sky, and you're gonna bend the elbows, bring the alternate hand to the alternate elbow. It's a nice firm bind, faces up to the sky, and then you're gonna release those arms over the head. And you're just gonna let the arms relax. Now, if you have severe shoulder issues, then just keep the arms by the side. But if right here, we're bringing circulation where our white blood cells are like made into specifically in the armpit and in the groin area. And we're opening here, we're opening into this vulnerable pose, which is telling our bodies that we are safe. And if you think about the reptilian brain in the wild, like no animal's gonna lay this way if they don't feel safe, right? They're not gonna expose their heart, their belly, their softness. So this subconsciously sends a message to our body that it's safe and that it can come out of any fight or flight response that we're in so that the immune system can kick in. Because if we're in fight or flight, the immune system is off. That's why panic, anxiety is horrible for the immune system. It puts you at risk. And then exhale, and then slowly on that breath, release the arms. Just keep
Keep the palms open to the sky so the chest stays open. So we still send that message to the body that it's safe. The immune system can balance and work its most effective way it does. And then slowly, when it feels good for you, start to straighten right and left leg. And we've come right into Shavasana pose or corpse pose here. So this is our final pose of stillness or deep relaxation. So if you feel like you need any movement or you need to cover yourself, perhaps with a blanket or with put your socks on, because the body temperature drops here. Just see what would feel good for you. And once you have come into that final movement or taking care of yourself however you need to, beginning to surrender fully into this pose of deep relaxation. Staying connected with the breath, letting the belly just inflate. And integrating your practice here, integrating this sense of openness and safety, and softness with that strength and power. Feel the movement, energy by tracking the sensations in the body. And just taking the next few moments to do that. And on that next exhale, gently beginning to just bring some movement back to the body, whatever way feels best for you. Good. Yeah. And if the legs are still straight, bending the knees, just grounding the bottom of the feet. Sway those knees gently side to side. And then gently roll onto either right or left side, which either side feels good for you. Slowly bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. And once you come to that seated position, just taking a couple of breaths and nice rotations here. Feel that balance that you brought into your body, the movement of energy that needs to be moved. So important for us. Exhale to the center and float both the arms up to the sky, joining the palms. Exhale, releasing the thumbs to the heart center and bowing the face with fingertips. And just taking a moment to revisit your intention from the beginning of class. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.